It's happening. It is on its way. And the thing I'm talking about is this Liverpool bid for Alexander Isak, man. These guys ain't playing about. The bid is on its way. You've got Newcastle United trying to get Benjamin Sesko locked into talks, saying that they're going to basically slap down 60 plus million if he accepts their project. But obviously, Man United are there. But Liverpool are going to put that bid in. I don't see why not. I don't like, there's nowhere else for him to go. All the reports are also saying he only wants Liverpool. No one else. Nobody else. Liverpool got a free hit at Alexander Isak. It's just whether or not Newcastle play ball. Do they dig their heels in? Do they try and give him 300 bag a week? It seems like it's too late. He's made his mind up. He's not even on tour. He's not even on tour. Liverpool just sold Luis Diaz as well. Big bread to Bayern Munich as well. They rejected the first offer. They came in with the second offer, Bayern Munich. And actually, what's Luis Diaz now? 28. It's a really good fee. I think it's in excess of 60 odd million pounds. Really good fee for someone of his quality in the prime of his career as well. Great money spent by Liverpool. What Liverpool got him for just under 40. Flip that. And I tell you what, man, you can't say fairer than that. You can't say fairer than that. These man ain't playing. They're not playing about, man. They're not. And for Isak to be, I'm not going to say on strike. On strike's that's probably a little bit too far. I don't know if he's on strike, but he's made it clear that he wishes to explore and move away. So he wants to leave. That's it. He wants to leave. And this is what I was saying, yeah, about the man that Liverpool can still sell to raise this money. Because everyone's been cussing Liverpool, saying how are they spending this much money and how are they able to do this? You know how they're able to do this? Planning, execution, being diligent, taking care of their finances and thinking ahead. That's how. Argue with yourselves. Their net spend was lower than I think all of the top six over the last 2 years. Argue with yourselves. That's not by selling no women's teams. It's not about moving finances from this to this. They had a whole window where they didn't even spend. Recruitment. And yes, you can recycle back to when basically in that period, Jurgen Klopp was saying we can't compete with City and just go and buy players like that. In that time, that was true because they didn't do it. But guess what? Because they've not humbled themselves up, because they've understood their position and instead of moaning about it, understood that basically the way to get out of this or the way to be able to spend more in the long run is to, yes, of course, secure big sales, but it's to be sustainable. Get players in that are going to get us ultimate success that don't cost the world. Alexis McAllister, when he went there, bargain. Let's be real. Gravenberch, I can't remember the exact prices of all of these guys, but I know that they're all quite modest. You know what I'm saying? Cody Gakpo, when he went there, quite modest. Darwin Núñez, fair enough. That's a big fee. That was a big fee. Hasn't really worked out. But guess what? You say it hasn't really worked out. It hasn't. But look what they're going to flip him for. They're going to flip him for not far off what they paid, probably a little bit less. And the add-ons that was the 80 million or 100 million euros probably haven't even come into effect because Darwin Núñez hasn't banged like that. It hasn't been a great signing. He's done his thing here and there, but it hasn't been the success that they wanted it to be. You know, who else? Luis Diaz himself on very moderate wages. You know, so when Liverpool go and make these signings, they do it without spending astronomical amounts, but most importantly, they've done it and been successful. Yeah, Szoboszlai. Again, Liverpool fans, you know way more about this than I do. The fee, I can't remember what was the Szoboszlai fee actually. Let's look. Dominic Szoboszlai, Liverpool fee. How much did you buy him for? You bought him for 70 million euros, which is about what? I don't know. What's that? 58 million pounds? What is that? Euro to Great British pounds. You know, you need to get the conversion rate because one thing I know about you Liverpool fans, you lot ain't playing. Yeah, 70. So look, that's about 60 million pounds. My point is, 60 million pounds is a significant signing, but it's worked. He's a Premier League champion. That's what I'm saying. They won the league. So their recruit. The biggest reason why Liverpool are in this position is because their recruitment is spot on. That's why the planning is spot on, which has enabled them now to go and spend money. Also, like I say, and they sell very well. Jarrell Quansah sold for decent money. Luis Diaz, like I said, guess what? If you want Darwin Núñez, that's going to be significant money. If you want Harvey Elliott, that's going to be 50 million. All right, the Trent thing didn't sell too well. That happens. It is what it is. That was a bit of an anomaly, that situation. Still got like 10 mil to make him be there for the Club World Cup. Andy Robertson, see what happens there. Because obviously you've got Kirkes in now. Even Kirkes and Frimpong signed for decent fees, 40 odd million, 35 million. It's not astronomical. So I don't think it's rocket science to work out how Liverpool are able to do this. But back to the case in hand, Alexander Isak, fucking massive problem, yeah, for the rest of the league. I think at the bare minimum, Liverpool bid. At the bare minimum, Liverpool bid. They do. I don't see why they wouldn't. They've got the finances to do it. Even Luis Diaz leaving is going to clear up that. So the finances are there to be done. There's no way they don't bid for him. Does it happen? I don't know how Newcastle United keep Alexander Isak from here. Technically now, this is an unhappy player. And it's how far does Eddie Howe want to go to go against that? How far does the Saudi hierarchy at Newcastle United want to say, we don't care that you want to go there, Alexander, you're our guy? Doesn't hit the same, man. Eddie Howe wants to run that tight ship, man. He wants people going in the right direction. And that's not to say that, Newcastle fans are going to turn against Alexander Isak, but it's not great. But it's his career. Listen, what he's done for Newcastle United is incredible. You know what I mean? He's essentially anyone in that squad who's had a significant period, who won his first trophy in however long, they're Newcastle United legends. Yeah, he's not Alan Shearer. I mean, he's not Peter Beardsley, not Shay Given, like that level of service. Excuse me, but no, these guys deserve their props. They're part of a historic Newcastle United winning team. So I don't think you can question what he's given to the club. Newcastle fans will be disappointed because he wants something, quite frankly, bigger and better. There's no way to dress it up. He wants to go to the Premier League champions and compete for everything in this super team that Arne Slot looks like he's building. Let's be real. Let's get it right. So look, man, I think that bid's going to go in. I think it's going to go in soon. I don't see, as long as it's enough, I think Newcastle United will do the right thing, which is, well, I say it's the right thing, but the best thing in this situation, which is just make sure they get what they want for him. I don't think they'll budge on that. I think they'll say, Alexander, listen, all right, cool. You've made your wishes quite clear, but let's be real. We're getting what we think you're worth. That's for sure. You've got 3 years left on your deal. They could even potentially offer him a new deal, but I think that looks like it's out the window now. Who knows? You never know, but it seems like it's not. Everyone's saying his preference is Liverpool. Dream move is Liverpool. Priority to Liverpool. I want to go to Liverpool. I want to play at Anfield, mate. I want to be Liverpool's number 9. So if you're Newcastle, that's why, look, you're putting in bids for Sesko or about to, or you're trying to be at the door. You tried for Ekitike, didn't work because Liverpool took him, so you got little bro there. It's peak for Newcastle United, mate. Can't get no signings, and they're about to lose their best player. But if you lose your best player, you got to make sure it works financially. And they need to be charging 120 minimum. But Liverpool have a little bit of a position of power now because the player wants to come there. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Brian and Bumo thing. You know, when a player wants to come, it can be drawn out. It can take a while, but the selling club usually always gives in, unless they want to do what Marinakis done with Gibbs White, which was different because they obviously took exception to how Tottenham approached Gibbs White, and he just done some mafia thing and just made man sign a new deal, stand up in the interview like this, saying, no one's taking our players. No one's taking our players. So, boy, watch this space. Liverpool ain't messing about. It's been the same common theme throughout the whole of the window. And I thought Isak was so impossible that there weren't even much point talking about it. Gonna happen, mate. Gonna happen. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the Football Flex. Got enough more content coming out here in Chicago as well, behind the scenes stuff. Catching up with some of your favorite creators as well. Shout out for the positive comments of the stuff we did for the Premier League Summer Series, the community project we did in New Jersey. Obviously, we caught up with Moise, caught up with Dwight McNeil, and of course, we caught up with the West Ham guys as well, Jared Bowen and Graham Potter. So yeah, that's, listen, my thing, man. I like doing things a little bit different. I like doing it in my style. You know what I'm saying? I'm here at the pad here in Chicago. Shout out to KG. I'm on the Reckless set right now. You know what I'm saying? Might mash it up, but I'm on the Reckless set. Soundboard's plugged in and all them things there. KG set, but just jumped on. So shout out that. Make sure you go and subscribe to KG Reckless Sports as well, man. You know what I'm saying? We're all growing. We're all doing nice. Everybody nice, yeah? Respect. I'm gone. Peace.